Welcome to feature scaling in Python. Feature scaling is a key step in preparing data for machine learning. It helps models learn better from your data. In this lesson, we will start simple and build up to small projects. You will learn what scaling is, why it matters, and how to use it in Python. Running the cell now. Let's get started. Why do we need feature scaling? Some models do not work well when features have very different scales. Feature scaling brings all the values into the same range. This can make training faster and more accurate. Running the cell now. What machine learning tasks do you think could benefit from scaling? Let us explore a small dataset of heights and weights. We are starting with a simple example. Here are a few heights in centimeters and some weights in kilograms. Printing both lists lets us see their original values. Notice the different ranges. Running the cell now. Try adding your own numbers to the lists and print them. Let's measure the range of both features. First, we find the smallest and largest height. We store the minimum height in a variable. We also grab the maximum height. Printing helps us see how far the values spread. Now we do the same for the weights. Get the minimum weight and the maximum weight. This gives us the range for both features. These ranges are not the same. Running the cell now. How different are the ranges in your dataset? What is minutmax scaling? Minutmax scaling moves all values to a range between 0 and 1. This makes all the features equally important to the model. The formula is scaled_value equals value minute / max minute. Running the cell now. Let's try to scale our heights and weights. Now, we will scale all the heights so they fit between 0 and 1. We create an empty list to store the new scaled values. Start a loop to go through each height. We apply the scaling formula to each value. This finds where the value falls between the minimum and maximum. Add the scaled value to our new list. Printing the scaled height shows how they all fit in the 0 to 1 range. Running the cell now. Try scaling your own list of numbers. We will scale the weights in the same way. This time, we focus on weights. Start a new list for the scaled weights. Loop through each weight in the list. Use the minutmax scaling formula. Save each result to the new list. Now, the weights are also in the 0 to 1 range. Running the cell now. Notice how both features are now easier to compare. Let us practice scaling with user input. We ask you to enter a height. Convert the entered value to a number. Scale the value using the formula. We print the new scaled number. Running the cell now. Try entering a few values and compare their scaled results. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are learning something new. What if a value is outside the original range? Minutmax scaling will give a value less than 0 or bigger than 1. This is called an outlier in scaling. Outliers can affect your models and results. Running the cell now. Think about how outliers could appear in your own data. Let's try scaling a height beyond our data. We create a new value that is higher than our max. Apply the scaling formula to this value. The scaled result is above 1. Notice how scaling behaves with outliers. Running the cell now. Try changing the value to see other results. Let's look at a different scaling method called standardization. Standardization is another way to scale values. We import Python statistics module. Find the average of the list. Get the standard deviation, which measures spread. We create a new list for z-scores. Loop through each height. Subtract the mean and divide by the standard deviation for each. Add the result to the new list. Now we print the standardized heights, called z-scores. Running the cell now. Standardization is often used when data has outliers. When should we scale features? Scaling is useful when features have very different scales. Models use distances, like k-nearest neighbors or SVM. Scaling is sometimes not needed for tree-based models like random forest. Running the cell now. Try to think of examples where scaling may help versus when it may not. Now, let's use a library called numpy to scale data more easily. Numpy lets us work with numbers very efficiently. We import it with the name np. Turn our Python list into a numpy array. Now we scale the whole array in one step. Convert it back to a regular list to print. Running the cell now. Try using numpy with your own data. Scikit-learn is a popular library for data science. It offers automatic scaling. Scikit-learn provides tools for machine learning. We import the min-max scaler from its preprocessing module. Create a scalar object. Convert our heights to a two-dimensional array, as the scaler expects. Fit and transform our data in one command. Print out the results as a list. Running the cell now. Explore scikit-learn documentation for more techniques. Let us work with multiple features as a small dataset. We arrange heights and weights as pairs in a list. Create a new scalar. Use fit_transform to scale both columns at once. Show a clear label before printing. Prints the scaled data for both columns. Running the cell now. Try changing the values in the features list. Sometimes, we need to convert scaled values back to the original scale. Inverse transforming undoes the scaling. We call inverse_transform on the scaled data. Print a label for clarity. Show the original numbers after reversing scaling. Running the cell now. This is helpful when showing results to humans. Now, let's scale data from a famous plant dataset. Load the iris dataset from scikit-learn. We retrieve the data values. Create and fit a new scalar. Apply min-max scaling to all the columns. Print a header before the results. Show the first 5 rows to keep it short. Running the cell now. Find other datasets to practice scaling. Let us try scaling your own numbers, like school test scores. Please enter 2 test scores. Convert what you type to numbers. Put both values in a list to work with. Find the lowest of the two. Find the highest value. Use list comprehension to scale both numbers at once. Print the input values to compare. Print the scaled results. Running the cell now. Can you try with more test scores next time? Now, let us scale survey ages entered by the user. Ask for the number of ages you will provide. Prepare a list to store ages. Use a loop to collect the right amount of ages. Ask for the next age each time. Add each new value to the list. Get the minimum age. Get the maximum age. Scale every age to the 0 to 1 range. Print the original ages. Print the scaled ages for analysis. Running the cell now. Try more or less ages and check how scaling works. Remember to subscribe, like, and share with your friends to help others learn Python. Let's make our own reusable feature scaling function. We write a function that does min-max scaling for any list. Find minimum and maximum values inside the function. Scale every value in the input list. If all values are the same, return 0 to avoid division by 0. Test the function with a small example list. Print out the result. Running the cell now. Use this function on any numeric list you want. Let us see what can go wrong in scaling and how Python alerts us. Try to scale an empty list and expect a value error. We set up a try and except block for safe testing. Give it an empty list. Print error if it occurs. Try a list with numbers and a bad value. This will also raise an exception. Print error message as a hint. Checking input and handling errors is important when scaling data. Running the cell now. Practice adding checks before scaling in your own projects. Let's quickly see how to scale columns in a table using pandas. Pandas helps us work with data tables, called data frames. Create a small data frame with 2 columns. We use the same scaling trick as before on the whole table. Print a label so you know what is printed. Show the scaled table with all values between 0 and 1. Running the cell now. Try pandas for any spreadsheet-like data that you have. Here is a challenge: scale a list of temperatures using your function. Try scaling a short list of daily temperatures. Use the custom scaling function from earlier. Print both the original and the scaled lists. You can change the list or write your own scaling function. Running the cell now. Share your answer in the comments and let others learn with you. Recap: what did we learn about feature scaling? Why scaling matters for machine learning. How to do min-max scaling and standardization. How to use built-in Python, numpy, pandas, and scikit-learn. Mini projects for practice. You can scale different kinds of data and prepare it for real-world analysis. Running the cell now. Go back and retry any part you found tricky. Practice makes perfect. Thanks for learning feature scaling. If you enjoyed this, please like the video, comment with your questions, subscribe for more tutorials, share this lesson with friends. Happy Python coding! Running the cell now. See you in the next lesson.